From 2003 to 2011, Iraq suffered 9 years of U.S. military strikes. Now, Iraq is gradually returning to calm. But because of the damage caused by the war, Iraq's infrastructure is now severely damaged. At the same time, the war also led to the complete collapse of educational facilities in Iraq. Later, China began to help Iraq build a lot of infrastructure. At the same time, China also plans to invest $5.7 billion to help rebuild 1,000 schools in Iraq and help local children return to school. So how will Iraq repay China? Thank you for watching our videos. If you want to know more about what's happening in the world, don't hesitate to click to subscribe to our channel. I believe my videos won't let you down. Because of years of war, Iraq, an ancient civilized country, has lost its former glory, and its education system has completely collapsed. According to 2007 United Nations data, more than 200 Iraqi elementary schools were bombed in the war in 2003 alone. Hundreds more schools were burned and more than 3,000 schools were looted. Today, more than 3.2 million Iraqi children have lost their schooling opportunities because of the war. This data is very sad. But there are also countries in the world that have always pursued peace, such as China. When the United States launched military operations against Iraq, destroying local infrastructure, China has done the opposite of the US. China has built hydropower, communications, airports, railways, etc. for Iraq. But the education system is the most important part of a country's development. It is related to the development of the country and the future of the family, and Iraq understands the importance of that. Now, Iraq is desperate to rebuild their education system. After all, this is a basic and important people's livelihood project, which is related to the development of the country and the future of every family. According to the Iraqi plan, to make up for the lack of educational facilities, at least 8,000 schools must be built. With the current economic level and infrastructure capacity in Iraq, it is impossible to support such a huge project. Therefore, Iraq hopes to get help from China, and hopes that China will provide money and technology to help Iraq rebuild 1,000 schools. Obviously, it is a very wise choice for Iraq to seek cooperation with China. After all, China has rich experience in infrastructure development. In China's One Belt, One Road plan, Iraq is not only an important partner in the plan, but also a friend of China. So China has been providing assistance to the Middle East and actively participating in the reconstruction of Iraq's economy and facilities. In December 2021, China and Iraqi Prime Minister Kadhimi signed an agreement. In this agreement, China will contribute $5.7 billion to help Iraq rebuild the education system, and the construction of 1,000 schools is one of the projects. Among them, Power Construction Corporation of China built 679 of them, and the remaining 321 were built by China Power International Technology Company, Limited. China has also promised Iraq that it is expected to deliver the first batch of projects in 1 year. By that time, out-of-school Iraqi children will be able to start school life. In June 2022, China's project to help Iraq rebuild schools was officially launched. Iraqi Prime Minister Kadhimi attended the ceremony. He expressed his gratitude to China, especially China for helping Iraq build 1,000 schools. For Iraq, it is very important to strengthen the construction of educational infrastructure. Kadhimi specifically mentioned that this is the most urgent and important project in Iraq at present. It is understood that Iraqi officials have full confidence in these projects. They believe that after these schools are built, they can be put into use in the next 1 to 2 years. At this point, most people are probably curious. Iraq's economy has been dragged down by the war, and there is no money at all. Why is China still willing to help Iraq? How will Iraq repay China? We know that Iraq's oil reserves are very rich, and its total reserves are among the top 5 in the world. The local proven reserves are more than 140 billion barrels. But what China lacks most now is oil, and more than 60% of the oil needs to be imported. It is understood that when China and Iraq signed a reconstruction agreement in 2021, it was determined that Iraq exchanges energy for infrastructure. China helped Iraq build 1,000 schools, and Iraq provided China with oil. Today, China has been extensively involved in Iraq's local oil business, and Iraq has become one of China's largest crude oil suppliers. That is, Iraq rebuilt the education system and China got oil. This is a win-win cooperation. In the past 19 years, the United States has brought only endless misery to Iraq, while China has brought hope to Iraq. China has not only helped the local people to meet the basic needs, but also greatly promoted the development of the local economy. All these help Iraq see. It is believed that in the future, China and Iraq will establish a more friendly relationship. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to click and subscribe to our channel with your lovely finger. Let us know more important things happening in China together. See you in the next issue.